Donna. Donna.
What?
Donna.
What is that sound?
Donna.
Ah! Dr. Coconut, what are you doing? You're late again.
I'm being my favorite animal, the shark.
Well, you're in luck because today's experiment is all about sharks. So let's introduce it to the boys and girls. Hi, boys and girls. Thanks for joining us again for another experiment here on Mystery Island.
Mystery Island.
God is perfect and wise. Because he's perfect and wise, he designed every animal perfectly and creatively. This includes sharks. Now, did you know that sharks are actually a type of fish?
Wow.
Dr. Coconut, since you seem to love sharks so much, can you name a few for us?
Yes, the tiger shark, the great white shark, the hammerhead shark, the vacuum shark.
Besides that last one, all of those are great examples of sharks. So let's show the boys and girls what our experiment is going to need today in order to show them how sharks swim. Today, you are going to need some protective equipment and also the help of your parent. Make sure that they're always around to supervise or to help you if you need them. Besides that, you're going to need a large container filled with water and 3 bottles. One filled all the way to the top with water, another filled with oil, and the last one filled half full with water. Before we really get started to show you what these are for, let's talk a little bit about sharks. Sharks are something called buoyant. Do you know what buoyant means, Dr. Coconut?
Sharks don't speak.
Well, buoyant means that sharks don't sink, which is very surprising since some sharks can weigh up to 7,000 pounds.
Wow, they must have had a big breakfast.
They certainly did. Besides the fact that they're buoyant, there are 3 interesting features about them that God created them with so that way they don't sink. Fact number 1, sharks have no bones. Dr. Coconut, please place your arm in my hand, please. Nice and limp. You definitely have bones and they're certainly kind of heavy. Much heavier than sharks, which have something called cartilage. Dr. Coconut, please touch your nose. How does it feel?
Squishy.
Not only is it squishy, it's also much lighter than your bones that you have. Fact number 2 about sharks. They were designed with special fins that help them to cut through the water and swim. They're very much like wings, actually. Final fact, fact number 3. They were designed with a very special liver that helps them float. This bottle with oil represents a shark designed with the liver that God intended for them to have. Please place it underwater. Will it sink or will it float? It floats. No matter how hard Dr. Coconut tries to drown it. That's enough, Dr. Coconut. Now let's see what would happen if God designed a shark without the special liver, using this bottle that is full all the way to the top with water. Will it sink or will it float? It sinks and it stays under the water. That's a drowned shark right there. Now, sharks may be a type of fish, but they're different from other fish because of this special liver. Most fish are actually designed with something called a swim bladder, which is represented by this bottle that's only half full with water. Will it sink or will it float? This one floats too, even though Dr. Coconut is still trying to get it to sink. That's enough now. God designed both of these animals differently, but both of them are still able to float. God put lots of thought into his design for these animals, and he put just as much design into you too. In Psalm 139, verse 14, it says, I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows this very well. Because God is so perfect, he designed you perfectly too, just the way he intended you to be. He doesn't make any mistakes, and he loves you.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, thank you guys for joining us for this experiment today. Got a splash.